Let's make some tucks. I have some antique dictionary pages, and so I wanted to play around with those, and I was making multiple little tuck spots here and thought it might be kind of fun. Fun for you to do that also. These can be either 3 or 4 tuck spots if you leave it open on this side, 4 little bits. So let's make another one. Okay, so I ripped some of my antique dictionary pages, come on words, and I just kind of eyeball it here. So what you're doing is taking a half of a page, and I tore because I wanted raggedy edges, and folding that up good portion of the way, and then folding this down again. So you've got a nice pocket there. And then I turn this corner up. So you've got 1, 2, and then if you want to leave these both open, you can have 3 and 4 and just tack it in the corner. I think for this one I want to do some decorating across, so I think I'm going to glue this down. Now I'm also not going to sew, but if you wanted to sew, remember not to put your backing on unless you have a really good sewing machine. I'm not going to sew on this one, but I am going to, because this is antique and therefore flimsy and actually brittle on the edges, I'm going to lay old cereal box on the back when I get further along here to stiffen this. Actually, I might do it early on to give a good base to work on. But anyway, that's how I reuse my cereal boxes. And then I like to use the side bits for tags, because they're just like perfect size for little tags. So, okay. So I think I will go ahead and put this puppy down. As you can see, this is a very exact science for me. Just want to give that a little bit of stability, and I'll put some paper on the back if I decide to just insert it. Or if you're going to glue it down, then you don't even have to cover the box, do you? So get a little glue in here. I remember not to wear finger polish today because I'm using Fabri-Tac, which has acetone in it, which does not like polished fingernails. And so I'm gonna put a little strip of glue here and take that down, and then I'm gonna put a little bit there. And then I'm gonna put a little bit there and leave this top piece open for a little tuck. So I ran out of Fabri-Tac. You know how the bottle gets really funky when you get to the end and it starts glopping out the top? Totally did this backwards, didn't I? Should have cut that to fit first. Oh well. Everything the difficult way. Right? Okay. So, okay. So, tuck 1, tuck 2, and tuck 3. All right, so that's what we're working with. I'm going to get to sticking. I've been having a lot of fun with some trims that a friend sent me. She does Renaissance fairs. So she sent me this gorgeous, gorgeous color, and she has access to all kinds of things. This is my spiffy spool here that I made out of a cardboard box, because you can never have enough spools to wrap things on. So where do I want to go here? I'm using up a couple things. Number one, I love to use up the Farmer's Almanac. It's just got cool stuff in it. I used the month on this one. Probably have some stuff in the background. Oh yeah. They do the astrology, the planting by the signs kind of thing, so that's in the background there. It just gives you a lot of different stuff rather than just regular text when you already have regular text. So first of all, all right, just out of curiosity, how many vintage photo ink pads do you go through in a year? Just curious, because I know I use it constantly. I think I'm actually still on my first one, but I did buy an ink refill because I don't want to have to buy a new pad each time. So ink that up a little bit. Okay, and then I should leave that open because I'm gonna. I love these little illustrations that they do at the top. They're always something very vintagey looking and old. And I love that month, but I don't love the year on it. So kind of blows the whole vintage effect. And I'm not going to fussy cut this, but I just want to shape that just a little bit. No hard edges, you know what I mean? Too many hard edges in the world these days. We need round edges, soft edges. So, ink that up a little bit. Inking. So I'm full on into the February blues here. I have so had it with the crazy weather here. And I've been distracted by the chicken in the room. I love these lists of flowers. I'm just going to put those underneath. Beautiful. I can't wait to start seeds. I'm needing color and plants. In fact, I'm going to put this at the top. I want to try to preserve that a little bit. I think that's super cool. And I'm using up some Tim Holtz bits. Who isn't, right? No, something springish. Just to add a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of floral. So I think I'm in, I don't know what, I think we're in zone 5 for growing. So we don't, we can't put anything in until our last frost is, I don't know, sometime around middle of May or something like that. One year I put some plants in early, and then I had to go on a trip, and I had them in a cold frame. I was feeling really capable, man. I thought I had nailed it down. Had this cool old window over my cold frame, and everything was coming along beautifully. And I came back from my trip in the middle of May, and everything where the windows was dead, frozen solid. Now the things on the outer edges survived, but trust me when I tell you it wasn't much. And after all that planting, etc., I was none too happy about it. So I won't make that mistake again, because I want to tell you, I grow organic seed, and it is not cheap. Not at all. So, plus just the heartbreak of losing all of that. You know, I had a full frame full of starts coming, and just lost all of it. How's that? Little bits of trim. What do we want to use here? So, nope. There we go. So this year I'm going to wait, and I don't put much in anymore. I used to go crazy, but the old back isn't what it used to be. So I love to start simple things like nasturtiums, because did you know there's a trailing version, a vining version of the nasturtiums? And if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, in the Hobbit house, there are these gorgeous plants, just, flowers trailing all over the wall. Oh, sorry for the crazy hands. Trailing all over the walls and, hanging down with beautiful color. And a lot of that is the vining nasturtium. So they're really cool. What's happening here? I'm not getting the effect that I want. Help me, layering fairies, help me. Yeah, so, ooh, pink. Ooh, pink. Maybe a little bit of pink. So, so I immediately went out and bought a bunch of nasturtium seeds, most of which were not the trailing variety. Duh. So that was a learning curve there. Let me see what we can do here. Do we want to? I want to not right next to the other one. Not loving it. Not loving it. It's probably because it's not frayed enough. So, yeah, she drifts off into fraying contemplation here. Yeah, so I don't know what flowers you put in. Do you do your... Probably going to do some chard, because I have to do things here that the deer aren't interested in. Is they show up for the buffet every night. Just can be kind of a drag. Kind of help themselves, and I love seeing them. I can't complain too much, because I really love seeing them. Yeah, that's it. And but they are pretty destructive. And I've got quite a number of them here. They're just quite the happy family. I hope it stays that way. We've got that deer wasting disease coming around here now, and oh geez, it's sad. It's not something that I want to watch. But so far, my girls are fine. Alright, now that I've set up these two squares, I got to figure out a way to soften that. So, Thank God for friends, right? I have this friend that shows up. Hey, I've got something for you. Look at this. Oh! Antique stamps. Tons of antique stamps. I was over the moon. Canadian, American, just, oh, tons of stamps. So those are going to get used, right? Big time. And I can even pick out colors. That's the crazy part. Like, there's all different colors here. It was a old, oh, there's a pinky one. And believe it or not, yes, I did check on these. They're not particularly valuable, but they sure are fun. So, yeah, you know you're like crazy when they show up with a cigar box and you're freaking out over the box. So, let's see what we can, oh yeah, that works. That works. So that was big excitement. You gotta love it when friends are willing to indulge your addictions, right? Oh, he's very, very dapper looking. Yeah, I like that there. I'll put that one down there. So, big excitement. Oh, and look what just fell off of there. Hey, we can use that. Yes, we can. We can use just about anything. So, in other news, I'm not sure I want to go too much crazier here. I do want to put a word in. I've been stamping away on muslin. Ooh, here's some netting. Ooh, I like that. I might put some of that down. We'll see. I love stamping on muslin. It's just one of my fun things to do when I'm sitting around in the evening on watching television. And where did they go? They ran off. Huh. Darn stamps. Always running away on you. Oh, here's a piece that's already torn. That's convenient. Kind of want to tuck something down there. Now that I'm looking at it at a distance. Looks like a little postage type thing. Appropriate. So I'm going to tuck that right there. I think I just tore my corner. Oh, that's that corner. Shall I close it? I don't know. That's fairly opportune. I might leave that open now that it volunteered itself. I think I shall. Well, I just found myself another spot, although I do want to tighten this edge up right here. All right, that's better. So we're back to a 4 tuck. Where did my stamps run off to? Oh, there they are. Okay. So maybe I'll just use these. Yeah, it looks like the right size. So stamp for what you want. I'm just so eloquent today. I can hardly get words out. I don't know what's going on. I think winter is in my brain. We at least have some light today, which is highly unusual here. We get like, we're in an area that really does not get a lot of light, a lot of rainy days. And in the last year, it's been, oops, wait, don't spell it wrong. It's been crazy rainy and gray, which is hard to take sometimes. And so we do have some light today, which is rejuvenating, but I need spring. I'm ready. We've been doing these extremes. You probably have too, with the, you know, one day it's 62 in February, and then you know, that night it goes down to like, you know, 18, and my bones are not wild about those kinds of extreme changes anymore, if you know what I'm saying. So what do you think of that? Needs a little color, doesn't it? We can do that. We can do that. We can figure out some color. I don't want to cover up all my flowers. My flower names. Flower, as we say here in Pittsburgh. My flowers. Too much. Too much. Better. So it's been tough. It's been tough on bones. It's been tough on critters. I wasn't going to feed this year because I'm trying not to support, and yeah, I can do that. I'm trying not to support, you know, an artificial population, because then if I would not be here, then it's hard for them to find food. I think I'm going to go up. There we go. But the weather was so extreme that I had to go get some feed, because we literally went from 62 one night to about 24, or one day to 24 in the evening. It's just really hard on the critters. So I don't want to mess too much. I think I'm just gonna, I might leave it there. Undecided, but I think that's pretty much what I wanted to do. And then if I want to, if I'm not going to, you know, glue this down, I can cover the back, but it gives it a nice stable base. And I've been wanting to do something with this. If I could, I can't tie bows very well. I never could. I learned to tie my shoes backwards because I was watching my mom do it. And so, of course, I did it backwards. But, you know, as long as it ties, I guess, right? Oh, I do think I like that. I do think I like that. Do I like it up here? Yeah, I like it up there. So backwards bows are still bows, right? There we go. Ta-da. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about, she says with absolutely no transition whatsoever, I have some fun stuff that I've been playing around with and decided to share with you. So on my Etsy shop is now Woodle Doodles. My mom used to call me Wendy Woodle. I know. I hated it when I was a kid. Now I think it's funny. But I'd probably still beat somebody up if they call me that. But anyway, these are Woodle Doodles, and it's just one sheet, and they're like 99 cents. But it's just got, I did some in color, left some uncolored so that you can do whatever you want. But this is called Howl at the Moon. And it's just, you know, crazy doodles. things that are out in the moonshine. And you can just cut these out and stick them, use them for tuck spots, or, you know, just whatever's. So that's sheet number 1 of Woodle Doodles. It's Howl at the Moon. And I'm working on one with some spring flowers and things like that. That should be done, I don't know, you know, depends on how much TV I watch in the evening. But I just thought they were fun, and one of my friends enjoyed them and said, you know, that would be really fun to stick in my bullet journal. So I thought I would put it out there and just to use as you wish. And yeah, you know, just a fun little download, 99 cents. So that's in the Etsy shop now. And I don't think there's a whole lot else going on. You know, it's February. You know what I'm saying? It's February. It's, you know, trying to get motivated here, but you know how it goes. And just putting some pieces together. I think I glued my tuck closed. Yep, glued that one closed. Short-term memory loss. That's what that is right there, folks. But anyway, yeah, it's nice to have some pre-done tucks that you can just, you know, grab out of your bag. You know, that stash bag that you have with all the little bits and pieces that you've been playing with. Do you do that? Like binge on tags and do like 20 of them at a time and then do something else? So anyway, that's what's going on. Spring is coming. I hope everybody hangs in there. And yeah, so make some tuck spots. It'll make the day go faster. You'll enjoy yourself. All right. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.